about moving to Las Vegas? Well, I'm coming to you from downtown Las Vegas today to share a list of things that you need to know before relocating to my neon hometown. Now, you've probably seen this video on my channel before because I've been doing it every year for a while now, but stay tuned anyway because I've included a lot of new items on the list that you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for. Before I get started, I have to remind you that I'm in real estate. I freaking love Inspirato for a lot of reasons. Gorgeous two-story dream home here in Henderson. So if you're thinking about moving here, please do me a favor. Don't enjoy my content and then go Google some random realtor to help you. Work with people like me and my team who actually care about getting you from where you are to where you want to be in one piece, and of course, making the process fun. Let's get started. Let's start with a discussion about community vibe, especially in Las Vegas. For years and years and years, Las Vegas has kind of been known as a transient city, and we can be in a lot of ways. Lots of people come here for short-term jobs, or they just don't stick for one reason or another. But the last 10 years or so, Las Vegas has really evolved into a way more close-knit community for a lot of reasons. As our population grows and we add more jobs and industries to our offerings, the city is definitely starting to feel a little bit more like every other big city in the world, but cooler. The one thing you need to know about this city is that we are a real community filled with a very diverse mix of families of all types. We always have been, actually. I mean, I grew up here, so I would know, right? The difference, though, is between Las Vegas and other cities, the large portion of our local residents work really strange hours, like midnight to 8 a.m., 5 p.m. to 3 a.m., 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. We're like a 24-hour city that requires around-the-clock support and jobs, which is great. So casino dealers, cocktail servers, entertainers, and even grocery store clerks work graveyard shifts and swing shifts to keep our city running. The problem that creates for the community vibe is that you're going to think or notice that your neighbors maybe aren't that friendly, or maybe not quite as outdoors and outgoing as maybe you're thinking. But don't worry, it's probably because they're just sleeping. Good morning from downtown Las Vegas. So what you have to do when it comes to creating your own bond with Las Vegas and your own vibe is it's up to you to create that neighborhood. It's up to you to create that connection with this city and how it works. So get out into your community, go to your church, go to your job, make friends at events, go outside of your community and outside of your neighborhood to try to build that Las Vegas up for yourself. The next item on my list is my favorite thing about living in Las Vegas. You will never be bored. On any given day throughout the year, Las Vegas has anywhere from 100 to 500 events, concerts, local experiences, festivals, meetups, and more for you to enjoy. And the most of it is actually not on the Strip, believe it or not. So if you want to stay on top of what's happening each and every month, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I create a video every single month to help you take advantage of all the cool stuff that's available to you as a visitor or a local. Okay, next on the list is one that many of you are going to be super surprised to learn about Las Vegas. Gambling is freaking everywhere. Now, I know you think I'm referring to the casinos on the Strip, and that's of course a given, but I'm actually talking about the other strange places that you might not expect to find slot machines. I'm talking about grocery stores, gas stations, Walgreens, CVS, local bars, restaurant bars, and we even have local casinos right off the Strip that are made just for you. Now, if you're feeling lucky throughout the day, you don't have to wait anymore for your big night out. You're going to win big anytime, all day. Just go grocery shopping if you have to. Okay, number 4 on the list is about you sounding like a local when you get here. You don't want to get here and have everybody know that you haven't been here for a minute, right? If you want to sound like a local right off the bat and feel like you truly belong, you have to learn how to say the state name correctly. I'm going to say it for you, and then I want you to say it with me. Are you ready? Nevada. Nevada. Now, you say it. Nevada. Now, that's right, it's not Nevada or Nevada or whatever the hell else you guys come up with. It's Nevada. So when you get here, make sure you start saying it right off the bat, and you'll feel like a local. If you're moving to Las Vegas with children or plan to expand your family after you get here, you should definitely be doing research on our school system. It is no secret that Las Vegas has struggled to elevate our education ranking and that the struggle has really been real. On any given day, you can find a new ranking or report that places Nevada at the freaking bottom of the list, from anywhere from 50th to 51st to 48th, it doesn't matter. Parents and teachers and education freedom advocates really cite a myriad of reasons for why the poor rankings just continue to happen. Shortage of education options, lack of accountability, political divisive content in classrooms, resistance to parental involvement, or really poor test scores at the end of the day. So with that being said, I want to put a positive spin on this by saying that what I have personally experienced as a local who grew up here myself and with children over the last 33 years. I personally feel like Las Vegas offers a wide variety of options when it comes to your family and what you get to choose in terms of your educational experience. We have wonderful magnet schools, trade schools, private schools, charter schools, special experimental learning programs, and so much more that you and your family can research to determine what might be best for your family to enjoy. We also have a beautiful community filled with incredibly dedicated teachers and administrators who care deeply about our community and our children's futures. So don't let the rankings tell you everything. Do your own research and talk to me. One of the fun things about living in Las Vegas is the variety of locals deals that we can take advantage of. From discounts on hotels to special deals on show tickets and so much more. Our city really does try to take care of our locals as often as possible. One of the best tips I can give you as a local is to make sure that you sign up for all of the casino and hotel players cards, even if you don't gamble. Use that card anytime you go out to eat or go to that restaurant or whatever inside the casino, because they're going to use those points to give you perks. Also, always ask about locals deals. They don't advertise them, but there's almost always a deal to be had. If you're moving to Las Vegas, you need to know that we are the wild, wild west out here. And yes, we do have guns. Nevada gun laws allow for the open carry of firearms without the need of a license or registration. However, you are required to obtain a CCW permit in order to carry a concealed weapon. Now, this doesn't mean you should expect to see guns everywhere on everybody's hip. It's not like gun toting, wee-haw. It's not that at all, actually. I've lived here since 1989, and I've only seen one person, aside from law enforcement, ever in the entire time that I've been living here with a gun holster on their hip. So if guns scare you, definitely be aware of that, but don't let it deter you. One of the most attractive things about moving to Las Vegas is the fact that we have no state income tax. That's right, the state of Nevada does not currently levy income taxes on individuals or corporations, nor has it ever. The Nevada Resort Association notes that Nevada's gaming tax is actually what makes up for this, providing more than a third of the state's revenue in fiscal year 2022, 2023, 2021, all the years. So it's pretty cool. No state income tax means you get a raise right away. Nevada has one of the lowest real estate tax rates in the nation, in major part because homeowners are protected by the steep property tax increases by Nevada's property tax abatement bill. So that limits annual property tax bill hikes to a maximum of 3% across the state. Our annual property tax is anywhere from, 0.9% to just over 1%, which is awesome. There are other factors at play too, including the fact that assessed values of home in Nevada equal just 35% of the taxable value. What that means is if the county assessor decides that your home's taxable value is $200,000, you're going to pay real estate taxes on only 35% of that value, or $70,000. When the low assessed value is coupled with the property tax abatement law, it equates to a very low effective real estate tax across the board for homeowners in Nevada. Sounds like something to celebrate to me. Now, if you live in California or another state that has you driving everywhere, it's like a big part of your day, this is going to be a no-brainer. But for those of you who might be moving here from like San Francisco or New York or maybe another more walkable city, you need to listen up. Vegas is definitely more spread out than most cities, and on the map it looks really, really huge. So you're definitely going to want to think about bringing your own car to the city. Yes, we have public transportation. It's not the greatest. They're doing their best. Yes, we have Uber and Lyft. It can get expensive, especially during surge hours when there's like a major concert or something going on in town. So do yourself a favor, bring your own vehicle and plan to be driving yourself around. It's the most reliable experience. All right, let's go. Now, while we're talking about driving in Las Vegas, let's get you ready to be shocked by your car insurance rates. That's right, Las Vegas runs about 38% higher than the national average for insurance. I know, yikes. The national average for full coverage car insurance costs between $600 to $2,000. However, in Nevada, drivers are averaging just over $2,700 per year, and that's according to Bankrate Online. The entire nation saw an increase in rates in 2023 also, which makes it sting even more. Now, I've asked several of my insurance friends to tell me why the hell this is, and the most common answer up to this point has been related to Las Vegas specifically, that we are a 24-hour city with alcohol available at any time, which leads to higher numbers of DUIs. We're also a true melting pot with people from all over the world with different driving styles coming together, which creates more opportunity for collisions. The recent increase in 2023 is tied to the inflation rate, of course, more cars on the road after the pandemic, and also just bad driving behavior. I like to put a positive spin on this though, and to remind you that the no state income tax plus low property taxes and low cost of living should help balance that out just a little bit. The next item on the list is something that has truly evolved over the last couple of years, and that is traffic. Let's freaking talk about traffic. When I first started the Las Vegas Scout brand about 7 years ago, I used to brag about how Las Vegas was almost no traffic and it was so easy to get around and everything was great. We were very, very spoiled, and we're still very spoiled, but traffic times and transit times have upped just a little over the last couple years. 6 years ago, you could get from one end of town to the other in about 20 to 24 minutes. Now, you're looking at about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the day, of course, and time of day. But for typical errands or things around town that you're going to be running around for, you can expect to drive anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes to get from one place to another. Vegas is also built in little hubs around the city, so you really don't ever have to go too far to get exactly what you need. If you have visited Las Vegas any time in the last 3 years, you may have smelled something a little bit funny on the Strip. That's because marijuana is now legal in Las Vegas. That's right. So if you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas, you will no longer be able to be a Karen who calls the police on your neighbor who might be smoking a little doobie in their backyard. Sorry guys, no Karens allowed here in Las Vegas. The Nevada state law states that adults 21 years and older can legally consume cannabis, but with restrictions on where it can be consumed. So you cannot actually use cannabis in any public place. Somebody should tell the people on the Strip that, because it really smells funky. The other thing is you cannot use cannabis in a moving vehicle, even if you're a passenger. You're gonna notice that dispensaries are popping up all over town, just like the one behind me, but don't worry. There are really strict laws on how they can be built and where they can go and how close to neighborhoods and schools that they can be. So don't let it worry you, just lean in and enjoy it. If you're moving to Las Vegas from a place that has water or ocean nearby, I know it can be really tough to leave that for, the dusty old desert that we have here. I also know that a lot of people assume that Las Vegas is still a very small place that doesn't offer a lot of options for flights and such. That could not be more untrue. So I've added this to the list to just remind you that Las Vegas is a travel hub. We have tons of direct flights to major cities and small cities all over the world. And if you're worried about missing the beach, you're only gonna be a 45-minute flight to LA, an hour to San Diego, and so many other awesome places to give you that quick fix of your favorite spot. And the best part is the flights are really freaking affordable. So keep an eye on those flight deals. You may have noticed that I was just explaining how far it would be from one place to another in the form of minutes. Well, that's because in Las Vegas, that's how we talk. We go by minutes, not miles. As in, hey John, how far away is your house? Oh, about 15 minutes, Laci. Oh, cool. We also speak in cross streets and areas instead of directional like north, south, east, and west. As in, hey Michelle, where do you live? Oh, I live on 215 in Durango. Or, oh, I live in the Southwest. It's funny because when I traveled to other places around the world, I always found it confusing as to why people said anything else other than where they lived in terms of areas. But then I realized it's true because it's a Las Vegas thing. That's how we do things here, baby. The coolest thing that's happened to Las Vegas in the last 5 years is sports, baby. Now, growing up in Las Vegas, my beautiful neon hometown, I never got to experience what it was like to cheer for the same team alongside my classmates, going to bars with friends to watch our team on TV, and I certainly didn't have cool jerseys to wear around town like all my other friends in other cities did. That has all changed now, as you're probably aware, because we have sports, and it isn't just limited to NFL and hockey. Let me just run you through a list of some of our Las Vegas sports teams so you can get excited about it. Of course, we have the Raiders and the Vegas Golden Knights. We also have the Las Vegas Aces, the Las Vegas Lights, the Las Vegas Aviators, the Vegas Nighthawks, the Vegas Silver Knights, and the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Now let's talk about the fact that Las Vegas is not just one city. We have several towns and cities around Las Vegas that make up the entire experience. If you want to move to Las Vegas but don't want to live in the center of town, some of these places may be a good option for you. Now, don't forget, my team is ready to help you and answer any questions about where to live, where not to live, all the things that you need to know. But let's run through the list of the actual places that you could be considering. Henderson is located just south of Las Vegas, about 15 minutes from the Strip. Boulder City is located near Lake Mead, about 35 minutes from the Strip. North Las Vegas is its own city, not just an area, and it's located about 15 minutes from the Strip. Pahrump is its own rural city, just outside of Las Vegas, about 45 minutes to an hour from the Strip. Mesquite, Nevada is a cute little golf retiree town that's located on the way to Utah, about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes from the Strip. Mount Charleston is a mountain town located 45 minutes from the Strip. And Indian Springs is a very fast-growing little community north of Las Vegas, about 45 minutes from the Strip. So you'll have your pick of any of those. If you've shared your plans to move to Las Vegas with anyone, I'm sure the first thing that they said was, oh my God, it's so hot there. And yes, it absolutely does get hot here, like really hot. But we as locals like to say it's a dry heat, baby. It's not that bad. Because in Las Vegas, the summers definitely are sweltering and the winters definitely are cold, but it's dry and mostly clear year round. Over the course of the year, the temperature is typically gonna range from 38 degrees to 105, and it's rarely below 30 or above 111. So it's not that bad. Now, when you do decide to live in Las Vegas, yes, it can get hot in the summertime, but it's not humid at all. I want to reiterate that. It's not humid. All you have to do is adjust your daily activities and experiences to kind of accommodate the heat like we all do. Also, if you ever need to get away from the heat, Mount Charleston is about 30 degrees cooler throughout the year, and it's just 30 minutes away. When one thinks about Las Vegas, typically you would envision gambling and raves and drinking and strippers and glamour, but there's so much more to this city than just the party and entertainment. Las Vegas has a very rich and intriguing history, if you ask me, and an interesting culture and several landmarks to visit during your trip to the city, or if you live here. We also have museums of all kinds, local theater groups, a budding art scene, many theater and music venues opening up around town, and continual growth in a way of cultural experiences for you to learn from. Las Vegas may not have made it a point to celebrate this history before, but we have built a culture and a history in the last few years that are very, very different now, and I'm freaking loving it. Everybody loves to talk about Las Vegas history, and they're getting on my page with loving vintage Las Vegas anything. I know when you're thinking about moving to a new city that understanding the new city and the crime stats and kind of all the crime rates and things that go along with it is going to be at the top of the list for your research, and I agree, I get it. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Las Vegas is a normal city. Yes, we have crime. Yes, we have drugs. Yes, we have thefts. And yes, we have other crazy stuff that happens here. So do your research. As you work with our team to find the right area of town to consider where you're going to be moving, we're definitely going to be encouraging you to go to lvmpd.com, that's Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, to look into crime stats so that you're comfortable with the information that we're giving you and you know where we're telling you to go. I can say, though, that I've lived in and around Las Vegas in almost every pocket of the city in my 33 plus years of living here, and I've never felt unsafe, not one time. This is the last item on the list, and of course it's the most important when it comes to moving to a new city, and that's housing and affordability. Now, I'm always happy to share the great news about living in Las Vegas because it really is so freaking affordable to live here, especially when you compare to other West Coast states like California and even East Coast like New York. In recent years, rent has definitely gone up quite a bit due to the shortage of housing during COVID-19, but I still believe that we're pretty affordable. Let's run through some of the easy to digest numbers so that you kind of know what you're getting into. Median rent prices across the city are about $19.97. Let's break that down further. For a one-bedroom apartment, you're gonna pay about $1,400. For a three-bedroom, you're gonna pay about $2,200. To buy a home these days, you're looking at median home prices around $424,000 for a single-family home and $255,000 for condos or townhomes. There's lots of grants, free money, lots of opportunity for you to become a homeowner if you do move to Las Vegas, and we can share all of that with you when you give us a call. So if you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas, I hope this list has helped you understand what to expect and given you a little bit more vibe about what you're going to walk into. I also wanted to give you a little bit of confidence about what you can do and that you can do it. This is an amazing city. I think it's the greatest place on earth, frankly. I've been thinking that since I was 9 years old, and I've not stopped singing it from the rooftops. My mission in life is to help you learn how to live your best Las Vegas life, and I hope you're going to allow me and my team to be a part of your journey. If you're thinking about moving to my beautiful neon hometown, I want to know about it today. Can I say it any louder? I want to know about it today. Click on the link in the pinned comment below or in the description and let's talk. I really don't care if you're moving now, 10 years from now, or frankly, if you're not even sure if you're going to move. I want to get your party started today, and let me help you work through the details. I'll talk to you soon.